Hey, I'm Michelle and I'm here, and ShiAnne is here. That's very noisy. We have Izzy. Am I right? I think that's Izzy.
I hit my elbow.
Don't do that. I don't know who else is here, if anybody, but hi. Oh, hey. Trying to see something. Can you do me a favor and type hi? I'm trying to test out bots to see if Nightbot will work, and if he doesn't, that's fine. There you are. Did you set any ideas for what you want to talk about tonight?
Nope. I forgot this was happening.
Did not forget it was happening. I've been running around like a chicken with my head chopped off for the last 5 minutes.
You said that last time too.
It's just the truth. Headless chickens, there's just a thing. We could crochet or knit one. A headless chicken. Wouldn't that be cool?
Wait, what?
To crochet or knit a headless chicken.
That would be hilarious.
I'm gonna see what I think. So we've had some cool stuff happen in our family. My brother moved back to Utah, so we got to see him, and then we got to meet his oldest son. That was really exciting because I've never met him, and he's 22 years old. Oh, this is very slow, but it actually retrieved the information. Nightbot, you're being slow. So then what goes like, if we do this, add to Nightbot and see what happens. What does it say? Let's get started. All right. Hey, I'm here just packing my kids' lunches real quick, then I'll be all yours. Okay. How many kids do you have when you're all mine? I don't know if other people are coming. I don't know what to do in the pauses. We could try... What did I say? Magic, I think, was my new one. We'll see if that's the right one. Testing out the Nightbot stuff because I did some never enough yarn. Never enough yarn. Okay. I just wasn't sure if it would work, so now I'm gonna go over here. Nope. That is not gonna work. Have you knit the like button yet? Go ahead and knit that like button. Yeah. Okay, commands. We'll be back over there in a second. Edit this one. Now, let's see if it works. Hi, Becky.
Hello.
Welcome. All signs point to buy more yarn. Okay, testing out some of my commands on Nightbot. Trying to see if there was any others that I made. Made the high ones that some people use. Everything else just looks like normal except for the 8-ball and then the at night bot. How are you doing tonight, Becky? Izzy is busy. That was not the plan. Didn't mean to. Okay. Hello, bright light. There. And then if I go like this, I have ring, guys. Let's ask the 8-ball a question because I don't know. No, we'll do at night bot. I never know what to do in the beginning when people are coming and they're joining us. Never know what to talk about. It's a very interesting belief I have. And you're very quiet tonight.
Am I? Well, I have been doing a lot today and last night.
Nightbot doesn't feel like whatever. I don't know.
I don't feel like it.
Okay, we'll do it this way. At Nightbot, do you want to knit or crochet? Let's see what Nightbot has to say. You're not a good troll. Try another profession. Good. Tell me about the wall hanging. Okay, so this, let me turn it just a little bit so you can see a little bit more of it. That was a make-along that I did from Expression Fiber Arts. And when you do it as a make-along with them, it's a free pattern. And right now, I think it's a $6 pattern. The link to it's below. And if I ever get an email that says it's on sale, I let people know that, hey, that pattern for that is on sale. But it was a lot of fun. It's pretty. The yarn that I used, it's from Hobby Lobby. What's the name of the yarn? I can't remember the name of the yarn.
Is it the bee one?
Well, Yarn Bee is a brand. The Hobby Lobby brand. So I think it was. I'm not sure. I can't remember about the yarn right now. But it was from Hobby Lobby. And I have a Ravelry link that has all the information. I'm not sure if it's in the link of the description for the video. But I will make sure it's in the replay video because it's usually in the description of all of my videos. And then Millie, this is my snake, Millie. And Millie is a temperature snake that I did for 2023. And I used one white cotton for her and crocheted that all year, and that was fun.
Same as the wall hanging?
No, the wall hanging is not the same yarn. I can't remember what yarn it is. The wall hanging, I think, is a 3-weight yarn. Might be a 2. Might be a DK. I'm not sure.
2 is a very good number.
Soft and sleek. I think it might be. Let me, you know what? Let me just go to Ravelry and find out. Because why not? That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, projects. Where is it? It is Yarntopia. That is the yarn that I used, was Yarntopia. I have 5 kids, 2 of my own, and 1 step kid, and 1 niece and nephew. Okay, we're giving her 5 minutes. So yeah, this was the Yarntopia, which is, I used a 4mm G hook. What is Yarntopia? It's a sport weight. 312 yards, 114 grams, 100% acrylic, so don't touch it. This is acrylic, so don't touch it.
Oh,
yeah,
makes sense.
Do
you know what else is acrylic? That sweater right there.
Yeah, I liked the snake idea instead. So it was this one that I was wearing today. The snake. I wanted to do something temperature, but I didn't want to do a blanket. I just have a really hard time doing blankets anyway, and I knew that I would not stick with it. I'd probably work on it for 2 or 3 months and then would never pick it up again.
You've also done socks.
So I found out about the temperature snake. I made a couple that were with 4-weight acrylic, and they ended up being like 7 feet long. But they were really fun. I sent them up to my grandkids. But this was a 1-weight cotton, so she's not as long. But I really enjoyed that too. Was because I was like, hey, I can do a snake. It was like, I think this one was like 20 stitches, and the other one I did 16 stitches around. So 20 stitches a day, like so much more doable than some of the blankets I've seen. And then, yeah, last year for 2024, I knit a pair of socks that I did a weekly temperature. And then between the weekly, the weeks, I did just a solid white stripe that went up the whole thing. So those were kind of fun.
Now mine.
Yep, those socks are now yours. So that was fun. I think that I would maybe be interested in doing another pair of socks where I knit it, I think, every day, but I have to do a pair where I do the shaping up around my leg first, because they would get long enough that I would think I would have to consider that. So, but I'm considering it. That would take more.
Socks like that.
Of course you do.
I love long socks. Especially
of course you do, because those take forever to knit.
Gives you something to do.
It does. So I was going to show people today and ask a question, like an opinion. I was working on these hats because I was given this yarn, which is, this one's polyester.
Oh, okay.
This is a One Hat Wonder from Sesame Street, and it's 100% polyester, and it came with patterns, and it comes with these little hat heads, so you make the hats. So I did the knit version and the crochet version, and like the heads, like maybe when it's like on a head it wouldn't be so bad, but right now like that head's pretty floppy, and the knit one is extra floppy, like even worse. So I'm wondering if you guys think I should like sew it so that it kind of attaches like up here a little bit to kind of hold it so it doesn't flop as much. What do you guys think? Should I make them less floppy?
I think the crochet version's cuter.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is kind of fun. I liked the knit one. Especially liked how the pattern worked here at the bottom. Because at the bottom, and it goes like black, colored, black. Well, that one's not, but like there's a lot of them where it has
the colors
kind of
give
pattern.
like Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice. There you go, Beetlejuice vibes. I like the knit because it's like stretchy. The crochet has some stretch just because of the nature of crochet, but it doesn't have as much stretch. But it does look really cool. One thing that's really fun because I know how to do both, is to do like the ribbing and knit and then switch to crochet. Which I have. I have this
Enough
much
to do
more
that
yarn.
with.
I might be able to make one more of these hats, but I wouldn't have the head. But I might do that, kind of do a cross between the two crafts, knitting and crocheting. So, oh, I don't want that up anymore. Where's some? Let's see. I think you could, but do you have anyone small enough to try it on? Oh, I don't have anyone that small to try it on.
Well, not in this state.
No, I don't even think UN's that small anymore.
Huh?
No. These are for really little kids. I don't even know if we have neighbors.
I don't know how big he is now. I know how old he is. I just don't know how much he's grown.
He would have basically been about the size Ada was when they left.
She wasn't that big. She was kind of small, actually.
Yeah, but these are made for babies. Like really little. Maybe 1, 2, the tops. But yeah, I don't have anybody to try it on. Don't have any like mannequin heads for babies.
It'd probably be a good investment.
I'm not even sure if I really know anybody that has people that age right now.
Not yet.
So
we will have Ben's kid.
Ben's kid won't be able to be old enough to try it on for another year.
I
These
know.
will have gone to probably. So I make hats for donation to the homeless. But the place where we donate the hats to, they don't have any kids in that particular set. So we have a food bank here in my town, and I'm thinking of taking it down there.
Becky says I think I'd stitch it.
Yeah, also kind of what I'm thinking. I finished them last night. Thought I would ask here. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Stitch them up. Because they're inevitably probably will flop a little bit, but they're super floppy, especially the knit one.
In general usually flop a bit.
Yeah, and these are a little bit heavy. So okay, so Becky, what are you working on? Like, what kind of crafts do you do? Do you knit? Do you crochet? Do you do something else? A little of everything? Oh, I didn't realize he had that. And then I don't need this. Okay, watch for that to turn colors.
Mm-hmm.
Where did I put that? There. Knit and crochet sew beads. Fun. So do you have one you prefer over the other, or do you just do whatever? Like I usually have at least one crochet project, at least one knitting project. I usually have a couple of each. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I sew, but very rarely. I think if I got a cross stitch, I might do it. Or I might decide that my eyes are not good enough to do cross stitch. I think it'd be really fun to do embroidery, but I really don't think my eyes
When
would.
I've tried cross stitch, I found it quite boring.
I think you would like embroidery.
Yeah.
Because embroidery, you get to do different things. Right now, crocheting 3 blankets, a cardigan, tank top, and tunic. Wow, that's a lot. And they're all crochet? To me, anybody who is super dedicated to making blankets is very impressive. I will finish one eventually, but I'm not a blanket crocheter. I get so bored. So I
haven't tried
like to do
yet.
small things. My favorite things, like somebody suggested that my thing from last week looked like a gnome without the nose and stuff, so I turned it into a gnome. And
That
then
was last week?
Yeah, that was last Monday. And then I
Holy
made a
crap.
friend known. But these are crochet, but they're small projects. I like small projects that I can get done in like
Do you know
an
what'd be
hour,
cute?
2 hours, a couple days at most. What?
It would be cute if you made like a cover of some kind for the handle while we do the lives. Because it shows behind my head.
Well, you could go get that bun cozy and put on it.
That would
Not really change things because it's the same color, but it wouldn't be shiny. Just
one stitch. She gets bored with one stitch project.
Yeah, that's like if the whole thing's single crochet or the whole thing's double crochet or the whole thing is half double crochet.
I like back stitching.
Back stitching.
Yeah. I don't know what it's actually called. I don't care what stitch it is. I just like doing it in the back of this thing.
You do like doing it in the back of the loop.
Yeah.
Back loop. Okay.
The words were not wording.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, the thing I'm working on right now that's a blanket is a mosaic. And that's nice because you have to pay attention to know where to put the double crochet and so then you make a pattern. But even that, I'm like, okay, 2 or 3 rows, I'm done.
Before it got big.
Yeah, it got too big to hold, and my arm was getting tired going across. So that's kind of why I paused.
My concern is the thumb joints.
Some people wear braces while they crochet.
I don't know that would help me.
If you had,
I could try. We have a couple.
Angela, hello. How are you? Oh, our names are not there. That's the problem with having the thing up, is it takes away our names.
That's rude.
There. Now your name's back. How are y'all doing tonight? I'm doing fine tonight.
Wow.
So weird when it says elbow bump, because I know that that's like an emoji thing. Made 4 blankets adult size in 2 weeks for Christmas, and they were 6 feet tall, 5 feet wide. Well, did you do anything else with your life? Because that's a lot of work. Angela, how is your, is it a scarf that you're knitting? How's things coming with their project?
I jingle.
Jingle, jingle,
every time I move.
Go in the top drawer and find the bun cozy, and let's see what happens if it looks horrible on the door. It makes me want to make a white one.
This one?
Yeah. She says no. Of course you didn't. She didn't do anything else. Just. Kind of looks like a pincushion. Does your hands hurt when you crochet a lot? Some people are really blessed, and either the way that they hold their hook or the way that they do things don't. Oh no! She had to start over again. Angela, have you knit before, or is this your first knit thing? I know she did a shawl recently in crochet and a hat that was driving her crazy because the hat was 3 strands held together. Yeah, well, that's not easy on my hands. I forgot water. My cup is clean, but I do not have water.
You can probably text somebody.
Amy Lynn. Please, thank you. I love you. Becky, do you have any children? And I know Angela has a daughter. I think somewhere around your age. Actually, I have rheumatoid arthritis, and the doctor told me to crochet for the movement to keep them limber. Oh, that kind of makes sense. Hi, Lori. Welcome. Okay. Doggy Life, your name is Izzy, right? I'm trying to make sure I've got the correct name in my head. Make way, make way. Lori has arrived. Two boys. Yeah, well, the extra kids there, it sounds like you do. Did you say niece and nephew? Was that what it was? Where was it? It was up here. Oh, probably went too fast. 5 kids. 2 of my own, 1 step kid, a niece, and a nephew. And Becky has 2 boys.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. This is cold. She got me cold water.
Nope.
That hurts my teeth. So I have 6 kids altogether. My oldest is living in Washington State, and he's got 2 kids of his own. So I've got 2 grandkids now. And then the other 5 kids live at home. So basically they're teenagers. Lori has 2 daughters, 3 stepdaughters, 1 granddaughter, and 2 grandsons. Awesome. Becky has 2 daughter-in-laws. I only have 1 daughter-in-law. Had you stayed engaged, we probably would have had a son-in-law. But nope, that did not happen. My brother, he has been living in Tennessee, and I just found out he's back in Utah. And we met up on Friday night, which was really fun to see him again. And then last night, he brought his oldest son. So he had a child and hasn't had contact with him ever. And that child is now 22 years old. And so he brought him over last night, and that was really fun getting to know my nephew. So maybe soon. Grandkids are a lot of fun. I like having grandkids. I miss my grandbabies.
I like you having grandkids.
You like having a niece and a nephew?
Yep.
I have a nephew. I like having a nephew. Lori, what are you working on tonight? You still working on your Heart World thing? I think that just looks so awkward.
It's not that awkward.
My fingers disagree. Oh my goodness. I don't know what to say to that. I don't know whether to hope that you're not, hope that you are, hope that you get your answer soon. That's what I hope.
That's yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's, if you're not wanting it, that's like a little scary. If you're wanting it, then awesome. But it sounds like you are hoping not. So, oh, so Angela has knit before. Are you doing stockinette? Are you doing garter stitch? Like, what are you doing for your, are you following a pattern? feel like I want music. Did you know I could play music? Cheesy music on this thing? Yeah, look here. There's this music thing, and you can play chill. We'll play chill music. It's supposed to be chill music. That sounds weird. Okay, let's try down tempo. Yeah, no. See, they're just weird. 11 months apart. So my former husband's oldest sister is 10 months older than him. My former mother-in-law had 9 children in 11 years.
Insanity.
Yeah. They were all close together. She had the oldest, and then 10 months later, my ex-husband was born. And then a year and a day later, the next kid was born. And she just went on to have 9 kids in 11 years. So Angela is doing her own pattern with knit and pearls. And Lori is working on her map, but I've seen some of your corner to corner tips and tricks while you were making it. Did I finish? Oh, I don't think I finished watching the calculations one to find out how much you need for your bobbin. But I started watching it.
I remember overviewing that.
Yeah, I started watching it and then got sidetracked.
That happens a lot lately.
Yeah, I don't even remember what day that was.
That was I think 3 days ago.
I wonder if that's when we left to go to see Steven.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is insane to have that many kids that close together. I had 5 kids in 6 years, which was crazy and too close together, but I also didn't start until I was in my 30s. So I wanted to make sure that I could have all the kids I wanted to have, and that still didn't happen, but
you wanted one more, didn't you?
I did want one more. I like being a mom.
I like you being a mom too.
I like you being my daughter.
I like me being your daughter too.
Aww. So Lori, I've been learning new things about Nightbot. And now if you type at Nightbot, he gives sassy responses.
She asked me for fuel because I'm sassy, apparently.
Yeah, some of them came from you.
Some of them by accident.
At Nightbot is ShiAnne the best starter. Oh, I'm gonna change that. I'm not gonna do that at Nightbot. I'm gonna do that as an 8-ball question, and then we'll find out what he thinks. Do. Oh, so I will ask now that there's more people, and I've already gotten 1 response about it. Well, 2 if you count ShiAnne. The magic yarn ball says ask again later. Fine, be that way. I will. Okay, so I finished these. And like the head or the count head seems like it's going to be super wobbly. I put it in the way that it told me.
That's what my head feels like.
And so I'm thinking I should probably like sew it in to like kind of the sides to help hold it. What do you guys think? Should I sew them? And which do you like better? The knit, where is it going? The knit version or the crochet version? Those are my 2 questions.
I think sometimes I see why people say I look like you.
I think sometimes it's true. It's true. I've seen that. But if we go like this at Nightbot, Nightbot, why are you sassy with Lori? Let's see what Nightbot has to say. It's probably not even going to be an answer. It's probably going to be something silly. I'm so loud.
I beg to differ.
Yeah, the other Lori helped me figure out how to do lists, so I've been having fun figuring out. And I was so excited to come on tonight to test them. Okay, so Angela likes the knit one. And she does say to sew them. What about the rest of you?
I'd say I agree.
Becky likes the crochet one. Most likely yarn. I don't know how that answers your question, Lori, but hopefully it does.
Well, it starts with a Y, so it's probably yes.
There you go. How far are you in it? Are you more than halfway? It takes longer when you're telling people how to do the things, when you're making the tips and stuff. I remember when my granddaughter was born.
Me too.
When my granddaughter was born, somebody else had made a blanket for her, and I could not figure out how they did it. How they got some of the double crochets to go one direction and the others to go the other direction. And then I figured out how, and I made my granddaughter a bigger blanket that would fit in a crib.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
That
was before my channel. Oh, guys, guess what? My channel is coming up on an anniversary. April 18th was the first time I posted a video in 2022.
Should we have a party and celebrate both that and my birthday?
Yes. And Easter. Easter is on the 20th.
You're right.
So we'll have Easter and
we'll have an April party.
We'll have an April party.
We'll have
yarn. Okay, so when we have our April party, everybody bring your cakes of yarn. On Wednesday, Lori and I are going live on Lori's channel at 5:30 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. We're on Daylight Time now.
Oh, yeah, the time change.
Yeah, so we're doing that Wednesday evening, and I'm excited. Super, super excited. I've been looking forward to going live with Lori since I went live with the other Lori. And I'm still needing to find somebody to play with me in May so we can go live with somebody in May.
Do they have to have a yarn channel?
I don't know. If they don't have a yarn channel and they're interested, we can figure it out. I mean, they would just have to come live with me on my videos. So they have to be willing to be live.
That's why I asked.
Yeah. Lori, let me answer for Nightbot's Magic 8 Ball. No, you're probably not going to. Not if you're giving tips the whole way. Now, if you just work on that and don't do anything else, then yeah, you could finish that blanket this week. But if you're only a third of the way,
only a third of the way, huh?
I mean, like technically she could if she did nothing else.
Yeah. And
it's not like a huge blanket. It's a baby blanket. And corner to corner is pretty fast.
I could make a baby blanket for Ben's baby.
You could make a baby blanket for Ben's baby. That would be very sweet.
That would be so fun.
You could learn how to do corner to corner and you can watch Lori's tips.
Sure. I don't know anything about this blanket.
Corner to corner is the ones where it looks like it's Like some of them are going one way and some of them are going the other way because the double
Like
crochet
the one you
switch.
did for Adel?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you and I did one for you and as well.
I don't remember that one.
Oh no. Do I have to make my nephew's one?
You have to make a baby blanket for Dallas.
So if you missed it, my son, he fathered a child.
Your
20.
son fathered a child?
My brother, not my son. My son is in Washington. My brother fathered a child. Hasn't been able to have contact with him, and just like recently was able to find him and connect with him. And last night we got to me. What'd she say? Has to. Thanks for coming, Becky. I hope you have a good night. So my brother brought his son, my oldest nephew, who's 22, and we met him for the first time. And now Cheyenne's telling me I need to make him a baby blanket. So what else? Planning on 2 tutorials, one for a cat toy mouse and the other for a cat toy kickstick. So did you know what a kickstick was before Megan shared that information last week? Yeah, she said, ha ha ha. Corner to corner is normally very fast. It is, which is probably why I was able to make a couple blankets once upon a time. They were faster than the blanket I'm working on right now. If I can find a test, I'll take it. Yeah. Let us know. If you don't want to have kids, that's pretty scary. If you want to have kids, that's really exciting. But then it's also pretty scary because what if you want to have kids and then you find out that it's no? Yeah. What was the question I was asking? What does Lori say? I think that's what I like about corner to corner is she says it's pretty much double crochet and slip stitch and chains. Very easy, but it looks challenging. It's because it's super easy because it is. If you know how to do a basic double crochet, then you can learn it. I haven't heard from Megan since quite a few days ago, so I don't know. She probably has somebody else is probably live and she's probably there or something. Okay. But anyway, the corner to gore. Oh, there you go. So buy yarn.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Buy yarn anyway.
Well, the answer about you was never enough yarn.
What does that mean?
It means there's too many best daughters in the world to say you're the best daughter. And I have 2 best daughters, so I'm really actually looking forward to your kick. What did she call them? Kick somethings. You put it up here. She said she was making tutorials. Kick stick. I'm really interested in that because I want to know if my cats like them. That'd be a lot of fun. There's something where the cats hold on to them and they like kick their legs stuff, so they're called kick sticks. I can imagine it based on watching my cat's behaviors, but I've never seen it. I haven't even figured out what I'm making. Oh no, I do know one of the things I'm making. I was like, I haven't figured it out, and then I remember. Lori, the armchair chef Lori, gave me the idea for what I'm making next month for our animal stuff.
Oh, I remember.
Mm-hmm. Exciting, exciting. I could be working on something, but it's too far.
I was just thinking I could be working on my art.
But it's too far.
It's not that far. It's just literally, I could grab it right now.
It's too far.
And my pencil's in my pocket.
It's too far.
I'm just tired.
So how's the weather where you're at? Does the weather thing work?
Does the weather work?
I don't know if the weather thing works. It didn't work on some day last week. But I'm curious, how's the weather where people are? Sunny with a temperature of 59 degrees Fahrenheit. The wind is blowing from the northwest at 8 miles per hour, and the current humidity is 42%. But what's the dew point? Probably
Sad.
like 20. We had a dance party. We got to my son's work. He got out of work he gets off like about 6:15, 6:20. And we got over there 5:50. And so we turned the radio up and we danced in the parking lot outside of his work. We got a few interesting, strange looks, but it was a lot of fun.
Where do I find that?
I don't know on that app.
We're having a waning crescent moon. I need to find out that.
So the weather in Denver is partly cloudy with temperatures of 63. How did you get higher temperature than me? The wind is blowing from the west-northwest at 14. You have a higher wind. And the current humidity is 24%. And their humidity is so much lower. I'm also making 2 cats. Amigurumi personalized to the cat pictures. That's a fun and cute idea. Is that like a commissioned project? Ooh. He has a test. She's going to go take the test to find out. Did you find out the dew point?
No, I don't know where to find that information.
Just Google dew point. That was funny. Oh, because I remember being on somebody's live, and I think it might have been yours, and then somebody else's channel right after that, and it didn't work on either of those. But all right, dew point to dew. Oh, our dew point is actually pretty high, 40, 42. 40.
Oh, that is pretty high for you. Hello, Michelle.
Michelle! Michelle, you're here. Yes, and go like this. At Nightbot. Okay, so Michelle, what are you working on tonight, if anything? You're going to catch these needles. Somebody is screaming outside. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but like a kid is screaming like the neighbors.
I almost thought it sounded like the kettle.
It does sound a little bit like the kettle. Very high-pitched kids screaming. It sounds like this.
It sounds like somebody's making tea.
Okay, so her amigurumi are commissioned. I thought I'd heard something about you making something that was commissioned. I'm looking forward to seeing those. That's all. That's fun, especially if you're making them to look like actual cats. Yay! Congratulations! How did you like doing a knit sock? And did you just do one sock and so now you got to do the next one? I started out. Not only did I learn socks way early in my knitting career before you're supposed to, apparently, I also said
it resembles a sock.
I also learned 2 at a time because I was like, I'm not going to knit one sock and then get the second sock syndrome where I never finished the other sock. So I always knit mine 2 at a time. Oh, look at that. Lori Nightbot said hi to you again. A little late.
Is it just me or is it hot in here?
It is a little warm. Oh, that's going to make this summer fun.
Uh-oh.
Michelle needs to be my May collab.
That's what I said.
If she wants to, that would be fun. If you want to do, Michelle, if you want to be my collab person for May, send me an email and I will be happy to have you be my collab person. I'm still looking for my May person.
One sock done. It's a hot mess. Well, at least it's hot.
Is it wearable? Chances are it's not as bad as she thinks. She disappeared. Come back. Come back. There you are.
My back.
Oh, good job.
Which is what I was hoping for.
I don't know if my socks.
Gonna feel.
That's cute. See that bag that?
Nope.
Oh, just bring the basket this way. Is it wearable for anybody? Is it like too small, too big? It's okay. It's just
Which
like
bag?
the flower one. So speaking of socks, let's see if my socks have gotten past looking like underwear, as Armchair Lift Lori called them.
They just look like taller underwear.
They look like grandma panties.
Or diapers.
That's how far my socks are, guys. They ended up like having this weird curve. I think that's part of the problem, is that for some reason it kind of did a weird curve thing. They'll be fine once they're on, but they look funny. Not wearable. These are toe warmers.
They would be very big on you.
They would be.
You could make some for Steve.
I was thinking about that. Making socks for my brother.
I want to make something for Dallas.
You can make him a baby blanket.
Well, you're gonna do that. It's funny.
No, I want to make him a sock monkey.
A sock monkey? That's so cute.
I haven't made sock monkeys in a long time.
You made the sock monkey for me.
I did, but you know what I would do this time? They have patterns for knitted sock monkeys.
That would be so cute.
So now I'm like, oh, I need to knit a sock monkey for Dallas. Did I ever make? I don't remember if I ever made them for. If I made one for Griffin or Oliver.
I wouldn't know.
I don't remember. That was so long ago.
I mean, you usually show me everything. I don't think you did.
That was before the channel. So, yeah.
My hair is long enough now that it's getting pulled when I lean my head forward. My hair felt fancy.
Nice. Very nice. So I pulled these out and now I'm knitting. The nice thing, okay, so crochet, I never ever could take crochet with me. I mean, I could take it places if I knew I was going to be waiting for a long time, but I didn't really do the car thing. I didn't do the movie theaters like some people do, because I have to look at my knitting or my crocheting. But with knitting, I can look away.
The pattern said to put a stitch marker at certain places. I ended up with half a dozen stitch markers around the toe. I got lost.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that you're probably supposed to move your stitch marker somehow. What kind? For the toes. Why would you use stitch markers for the toes? That is so bizarre. I'm really curious what pattern it is, because I've never used stitch markers for my toes. My decreases and Kitchener stitch was nice, but it's opposite direction from the heel. The I always end up messing up the Kitchener stitch. I don't know why. No, drink lots of water. Drink lots of water, and we'll like wish upon you the ability, like all of a sudden the need to go take your test. She has a test. She left to go take it. Still undetermined. What I hate is when I was pregnant, I would go to the doctor and I would have to pee so bad that I'd go pee. And then we would have to pee in the cup because you just do that when you go to the doctor when you're pregnant. And sometimes I would be like, I don't even know if I have anything left. But I couldn't hold it because I had to go so bad.
Apparently, according to social media, that a lot of people don't actually fully empty their bladders because they don't know how to pee properly.
Okay.
It came from like an X-ray specialist or something like that.
Alrighty, well, I wanted the SSK decrease on one side and the knit two together on the other side. Yeah, they don't always, I mean, like they look fine, but they don't always look like each other. There, as somebody, Pearl Together, I think is her channel name. She actually has a video on a different way to do the SSK so that it looks a little bit more like the knit two together. Huh, I'm sorry. That would be test anxiety. I'm sorry. I really am.
It's the easy peasy socks.
Easy peasy socks. I think I've heard of that. I may have had it. I don't know. When I learned to knit my socks, I watched a whole bunch of videos. And I tried doing starting at the cuff because I know that you can get a really nice looking edge when you start at the cuff. But for the life of me, I could never figure out how to get it to not twist. And it was so much stress that I just finally started doing toe up socks more often than not. Maybe now that it's been a while, I could possibly do the socks because I've done like sweaters and stuff, so I do more. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. I wonder if I've downloaded that one because I downloaded a whole bunch of free patterns. Then found that for the most part, I just do a vanilla sock and call it good. So I don't even use the patterns now. But when I get to making socks for girls, I'm going to make, I'm going to be using the same yarn, but we're going to dye it. And I think I'm going to try patterns with that. See some fancy sock patterns.
I need to work on getting rid of ladders.
Are you doing like DPNs or are you doing like magic loop like I'm doing? What I've found for myself when I do them is I kind of pull the first stitch a little bit tighter than I would normally pull my tension. And it helps. But I do still get a little bit of laddering. Do you want to know what laddering is? Let me see. I think I have some ladders here. See, kind of. How that's a little bit wonky right there. It's because it's right around the corner. And I think that's the only one that did it.
DPN.
DP ends. So a deep double pointed needles. And these little short ones that have points on both sides. And then you use like 3 or 4. And so everywhere that you have the 2 needles meeting creates kind of like this type of an edge. And so I think the same concept of pulling that first.
Finally did the test.
Woohoo! How long do we have to wait till we get the answer? Anyway, I think the same tip for pulling that first stitch a little bit tighter than you normally would might help with your ladders. First time, congratulations on learning to work in the round. I personally prefer to work in the round.
I've noticed.
I do a lot of things in the round, but I don't mind working.
We like circles in this family.
We do like circles and pie.
Rounded corners.
And rounded corners. That's a thing. What other things have you knit? Obviously, you knit flat. I've made some dishcloths that were knit flat.
What could I make for Dallas?
A dishcloth?
The first thing I give my cousin is not going to be a dishcloth.
What do you give a 22-year-old boy if you are a basically brand new crocheter? You could learn corner to corner and give him a blanket. But you're like, no, you're giving him a baby blanket.
Dishcloths and scarves.
Scarves. Yeah, you can make him a scarf. Except for we're coming out of winter. But it might take you.
I don't want to take me that long. Scarves are not that hard.
Really? Remember when you were going to make your sister a present? Hello. How was my day?
Fair, I learned
my
that
day
the gloves
is good.
needed to be adjusted, and I did not feel like unraveling it.
You've knit amigurumi or you've just crocheted it? Quentin Doodle. Do you craft? And if so, what do you craft?
That's a fun word.
Doodle?
That too.
Oh.
Amigurumi.
Amigurumi? Yeah, it is a fun word. Until you try to figure out how to spell it.
Oh.
Did she? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. I do both. Currently working on knitting. Are you working on anything right now? Oh, and if you want to drop your... Yeah. I was like, wait a minute. That was for dropping your channel. I think. Nope. That is not what I wanted to do. Sorry. I have to look the channels up in the replay. And Lori is dropping her channel. I've only made dishcloths and 2 scarves. I'd make she's saying make an amigurumi, so make a stuffed toy. We don't really know him very well, so I don't know what he would like. We could make him a hammer.
That's ironic.
So he told us
Perhaps I should drop it on his head.
So he told us that he has been hit many times with a hammer. And one of them, he was at work and he was about 30 feet away from the person he was working with. And their hammer broke. And so the head came and hit him in the head. So the head of the hammer flew the 30 feet and hit my nephew in the head.
Honestly.
And then it was kind of a thing. He kept talking about hammers hitting him and stuff. And so we should make him an amigurumi hammer. Yeah, amigurumi is basically single crochets for the most part. I have done one where I did half double crochets. It was a bigger project made
I
with.
like the idea of giving him a hammer.
Yeah.
But which kind of hammer?
I don't know.
Because there's the ones like Thor's hammer, and then there's the one like.
My day is going very, very well. How is your day going?
Also very, very well. Thank you for asking.
We got to hang out with one of our friends today, and that was fun. Got to hang out with my nephew last night. Got to hang out with my brother a couple days ago. Like, it's been good lately. Really, really awesome.
Our health has also been improving significantly, which is also awesome. Because it means we can do all those things without getting exhausted. Thor's hammer?
I know I was debating, like, do we do Thor's hammer or, what's his name? Bob the Builder.
Bob the Builder, can we fix it?
Yes, we can.
Childhood.
What do you mean, do I want a mod?
She wants to be a mod.
Did you get your test results? Okay, so
78.
You got a 78 on your test?
Yeah.
Well, that's passing, so good job.
Yeah.
Oh, we need to find out if he's a Hoovian.
That would be awesome.
I just realized it because Lori's here and I was like, yeah. We'll have to think about that because I kind of like the Thor's hammer too, but also I know that the camera it got hit with was not. And so I don't know if it would hit the same way. Oh my gosh.
That would hurt.
Oh. I kind of want to figure out somebody to be my mod. I haven't. I've been meaning to ask Lori if she wants to be a mod. And I don't know. I haven't gotten that far in my journey. This is my third live, guys. My first one was with Lori, the armchair stuff, which was a lot of fun. My fourth one will be Wednesday on Lori's channel. So if you guys
gonna be there for that one too?
Are you? Hey, Lori, do you want ShiAnne to be with us on the live on Wednesday? And then we'll ask this too.
I'm not sure what the purpose of my being here is.
To give me somebody else to talk to people and to read the things when I'm not wanting to squint at them. Okay, you can put Chef and I as mods. Yeah, Nightbot is my first mod. Get your what? You're not gonna be on the live? What are you gonna be doing?
I mean, there's a possibility that I can hang out with Clara.
Come be on the live with us.
Would she want to do that?
I don't know. Anyway, you're. What else do we have here? Reading the things. Reading which things?
The comments, I think.
Reading the comments.
We're talking about my role here.
Oh yeah, seriously, I really need to take my glasses off and just let you read them. But
Even when you take your glasses off, you still try to
I know,
read
I still
them.
go like this, and I'm like, what does that say? I can't tell.
You don't let me do my job.
Okay, well, now you're doing your job.
You guys are so good at knitting. That was Clinton.
Yeah, Cheyenne's really not good at knitting because.
Hey!
Oh, wait. Oh.
Could
Do
you?
I have.
That's so rude.
Do I look in the pocket that's inside of this? I think that's where they're at. Cheyenne can give you a demonstration of her knitting if we had the little knitting needles. There's a zipper pocket right there. Because she knits things for
this week.
Yes, that's what you use.
I use all sportive ones.
You do, but that's a great one. Okay, you got to make sure. So she's got my little, first of all, let's show you.
It's so small.
She's got my 9-inch circular needle. Now she's going to knit something for the fairies.
Mm-hmm. Man, it's been a minute since I did this.
It has been a minute. Can you remember how? I do remember how. Got to frog that stitch.
Ta-da! It's a little jacket.
It's a little jacket, guys. That's how Cheyenne knits.
Yep.
But she's been learning to crochet. One of her first projects is actually in the top drawer over there.
It is?
Uh-huh.
Which drawer?
The one closest to the closet. Yeah. Somewhere in there. Is that your second project, I think?
Yes.
Okay.
It might be my first, actually.
Those one might be the first.
I can't remember. I mean, you could look back at your video.
I could. That would take a thing. So that's the first thing she crocheted, or the second thing she crocheted.
I mean, they're basically identical, just different colors.
Yeah, the other ones were brown, like a taupe.
They're downstairs.
Okay, so what happened with the test? Are you kind of sad? Are you happy? Are you relieved, or are you freaked out? Are you working on something, Quentin Doodle? Do you like work on crocheting or knitting, or you have Doodle in your name? Are you an artist? You draw? I'm very curious. Very curious. See if I don't know. So update on our book, that thing that we're making. We're making a journal. And I ordered a proof copy. I wasn't going to order a proof, but when I looked at the preview, I wasn't positive if everything would end up within the margins. So I ordered a proof, which should be here Wednesday. And then if it is right, then we can put publish. And if not, then I know I'll hurry and adjust it and try to get it up. We should have our book, our journal, up for sale by the end of the week.
I think it's funny that that's the one that ended up being first.
It's the one you gave me the sketches for first. I'm really excited for some of the other ones. She has been working on art for an adult coloring book. And so I am really excited for that. I can't wait for that one to come out. She's got some of her pictures she can show you.
Which one you want to show all?
You can show as many as you want. I don't care what you show.
I didn't show you that. That one's not finished.
Oh, I like that one. It's going to be pretty.
Yeah. I'm not going to show that one because it's not finished.
Okay.
I just started.
All right.
I don't know if you'll be able to see it though.
Wait, just hold it like that. Okay, so we got that one. And this one kind of is shaped like a moon with the flowers. I know it's harder to see over the thing. Next page. This is one of my favorites.
Which is funny because I don't like that one super well.
Butterfly. Hello. Right here. Butterflies on my back.
That's why I had to include them.
Okay, next. I love that it's got a heart in the middle.
This
one's very pretty as
I did
well.
that intentionally.
Another heart one. She does put ink on these before we scan them or go over them in really dark again. So
that one's not finished.
And this one's not finished, but we'll show it anyway. But yeah, she's been working on this, and we're getting those up and stuff. Working on a website for it. It's kind of a little stressful, and there's a part of me that's like, is anybody willing to buy these books from us? But
the answer is yes.
Yeah, I'm really excited for the other. Okay. I have not seen a new reply for a while. I don't like. Oh, there's the time. And the other thing that we get to do is untwist. This is the challenge with doing 2 at a time. So I have to untwist them. If I was more on the ball, there is a technique that you can use that keeps them so they don't twist, because you would work across, turn them one way, and then when you work the other way, you turn them the other way, so you're kind of twist and then untwist every turn. But I never remember to switch directions, so I just end up having to untwist them. Do, 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 do. I have this. All of a sudden, I have anxiety. Don't at me. Yeah, it was. Some of them were lighter than others, and so that was hard. But we're really excited, and like I said, she's gonna either go over them darker in pencil so they scan well, or she'll take ink over them and scan them well. Lori Stories and Crochet. Call me by my real name, Sir Snugglebuns.
This is another new one.
Oh, and here's another one that she's done.
This is the one that you liked that I don't really like.
This one looks like Christmas to me. I don't know how well you can see that. Let's see. Uh-oh.
What?
She's back. She got results and she's got cry faces. And then Michelle said, oh no. I'm so sorry. When you don't want to be, that's sad news. I'm sorry. Maybe you'll adjust to it, and in the end, it will be the best blessing. Let's go for that. Let's focus on that. In the end, it will be the best blessing. But I imagine right now, with all the extra kids in your house, you're feeling extra like no. Because she's got a niece and a nephew there, stepchild there, plus her 2 kids. So there's 5 kids in the house right now. And I tell you, I had 5 kids in 6 years, and I was crazy for a while. There were just way too many little people at the same time. I loved them, and I knew that when they got to be teenagers, it would be the best. And it is the best. I love having you guys as teenagers. Yeah, it's kind of annoying when some of them are super attached to their phones.
We found out in real time.
Some of the first to know. We were some of the first to know. How are you feeling? Are you feeling okay? Super stressed? A little bit excited? How you feeling?
Oh.
Yeah, so you've already I had a miscarriage when I first got married, and I went on to have 5 babies, and every single one of them, I was so anxious for the first few months to know that baby was going to make it. That was hard. That's super hard. And then I have an aunt that had like 14 miscarriages.
What?
Yeah.
Who?
My Aunt Donna.
Oh.
And then my cousin, she had a lot of miscarriages in between her boys. So she struggled. Yep. Cheyenne's a rainbow baby. I'm a rainbow baby. Do you know what a rainbow baby is?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
It didn't even connect to my brain that I am one.
Yeah. I didn't know what rainbow babies were growing up, but my mom had my sister. My sister died when she was 6 weeks old. And then she had a miscarriage. And then she had me. So I guess I'm kind of like a double rainbow or something. I don't know. Michelle, do you have children? Yes, I do. I have 6 children. I already told you this. Sorry. And I never asked Quentin Doodle if they have children. Did you know that I have a Ko-fi membership? Here's my Ko-fi link. Blah, blah, blah. I bet you your mom felt a little stressed, hoping that you guys would make it. Because seriously, once you've had one miscarriage, or I'm pretty sure my mom felt that way, even losing an infant, there's always this kind of nervousness. Michelle has daughters. That's fun. I have 2 daughters, 4 boys, and 3 nephews. And 2 grandkids, a boy and a girl.
Oh, that's so sad.
Oh. That's hard. Like, miscarriage in general is hard, but the later you are, the harder it is. And then especially after we're trying for so long. 2 adults, both in their 30s. Cool. You don't type old enough to be having kids in your 30s. I mean, I can't say you don't look old enough because I can't remember, because did I go and see videos?
I did.
If I see your face, I don't know. But you don't type old enough.
I've only seen those of you that she showed me.
I think that's funny. For some reason, I don't know if anybody else does this, but I kind of assume that everybody is the same age as me until I realize they're not.
I don't. I usually assume people are your age and then find out that they're my age.
So it's like we have somebody who is pregnant, and I'm like, oh, wow, you're pregnant. That means you're younger. Because I couldn't be pregnant, even if I tried.
I expected her to be young.
Which is true. And I know that I have people that watch my videos from all ages. But I forget. I just assume everybody's my age until I find out they're not.
I think I assume that people are older than me because I usually only get along with people older than me.
Or younger than you, because right now you're getting along with the 19-year-old.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I forget that's her age.
Yeah. And yeah. Because I know that Lori is only a couple years older than me. Other Lori is a little bit older than us. I think it's so funny because Chef Lori looks a lot like my aunt, and I think they're about the same age. And that just makes me laugh. I'm glad she helped you. She's helped me a little bit. Some of the things that she's told me is just sent me down another rabbit hole, and which is helpful. Just a couple of things to look at.
Okay.
Yeah, because I had heard of one of them, and I hadn't heard of the other. Yes. See, I'm 29, but my birth certificate says I'm 52. Second child now, and I have a 19-month-old granddaughter and a 6-week-old on Wednesday grandson. Yeah, I remember you have the babies living with you, but I couldn't remember what you had as far as children went. That's pretty close together. I mean, not like too close, but they're pretty close together. And 6 weeks old, so tiny and cute. Yeah. Megan knows so much information about stuff. And so then you're like, oh, that, I don't know anything about that. And so then you start learning about it and you're like, oh my gosh, I just jumped down another rabbit hole. All right. So okay, Lori, when, says Michelle says she's 54 until August. Lori, when's your birthday? Like, how close are you guys? And Cheyenne's birthday's in April. She's got another month. We're excited. Yeah, she's really smart. She does the work. I only jumped down that rabbit hole enough to get some semblance of answers, and I'm like, yep, I'm done. I'm not a researcher kind of person. Like, I do enough to say I can. November! I was due in November. My birthday's December 1st. It was due on the 21st. I came late. My sister that died when she was a baby, she would be 54, and her birthday is in October. So she would have been the same age as you guys. That's really fun. August to November. Just a couple, 3 months. So my cousin's birthday is August 12th. She's 3.5 months older than me. And I loved it. I loved having a cousin that was so close in age to me. And Cheyenne just met her cousin that's 4 months older than her. Say that. My experience is the first couple of babies, I was quite a ways before I really got symptoms that were obviously. But after Cheyenne, I got symptoms of pregnancy before I could take a test. Like, I got symptoms so early.
Hip pop out of place?
That was one of my symptoms. When I was pregnant with Cheyenne, my hip went out of place. And then when I got pregnant, that was one of the first signs that I was pregnant again, is my hip would start going out of place.
Is it your right hip?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's the one I have issues with.
Well, I don't know if you are, or if it's just because you've had babies, and sometimes we kind of still look like we're pregnant when we're not, between hormones and I don't remember what it's called when the muscles kind of spread apart. Yeah, breast is one of the first symptoms that when you're pregnant. With my oldest, one of the first signs was I was starving. Like I couldn't get enough to eat. And that was one of my first signs.
Not because of pregnancy. I just feel that way regularly.
Pickles in your ice cream. I have heard of that. I've never liked pickles. I don't think I would ever crave pickles. But it's funny to me that you actually crave pickles.
I do with ice cream. Every time they're mentioned, I want a pickle.
Yeah, do we have any? I don't know if we have them right now. We might have olives.
We do have olives. I know we have olives. We have garlic stuffed ones and non-stuffed ones. Well, I got rid of my mama belly, so I bet I'm 20 weeks.
Maybe. Do you know how long? As far as cravings go, so Michelle says she never had cravings. For mine, I had some cravings with a couple of my kids, but for the most part, I didn't really, nothing was really different as far as cravings go for me.
There were things that you couldn't eat with some of us.
Well, that was different. I would still want to eat them, but then I couldn't eat them because I'd get sick.
You're welcome.
Is it because of the histamine stuff that you can't have pickles? Or is there another reason? I never liked them, so I'm not missing them by trying to not have histamines in my diet.
The last pregnancy, she wanted things she couldn't have, like ice cream and cold cuts.
So, my cousin was telling us how with her first pregnancy, she always craved a specific thing. And then now her son eats, that's his favorite meal. And then with her second daughter,
mac and cheese and chicken nuggets.
Mac and cheese and chicken nuggets was his. And then hers
I think about it on a regular.
Steak and salad, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so for her daughter, she craved steak and salad, and that's her daughter's favorite food. And it's just so funny that what they craved was their child's favorite. So Izzy can't eat it because of corn.
Lori says my oldest was obsessed with tomatoes, and I didn't even like tomatoes before that.
Ew. Do you like them now?
That's funny.
Boom, book, hook. Isn't there a game where you do that, where you change one letter? Sometimes I read the net things. I'm like, what is the comment? Oh, it's just Nightbot.
I don't read those ones.
Yeah, but
because that would be silly.
This.
Just one after another.
Good night. That's not what I wanted to say. I like seeing what Nightbot has to say. That's kind of fun that you got a craving and now it's a food that you can eat. There you go. Nightbot says it's doubtful, so you can get some more yarn. You probably should get some yarn so you can make something for that baby. Stay out of my way and we won't have any problems. That reminds me. Guys, do you know what I did this weekend? I dropped my phone on my toe.
Oh my gosh.
I hurt for so long.
We're playing yarn chicken.
And it's still very black and blue. My toe is super sore and super bruised, all because I dropped my phone on it. make it. You can get yarn and make yourself a giant blanket for us. Are we playing yarn chicken? If y'all have ideas for sassy things that Nightbot can say, let me know, and I will put him in his list. I tried to put some of the things that kind of, like playing yarn chicken, kind of, you know, the yarny theme stuff, because I thought that was fun. Alrighty. Who else is here? Have you made stuff for your babies before? I'm always curious what people make. I tried making a baby blanket for Andrew. My very first thing I ever knit was a sweater. I don't know if you ever got to wear it, but I'm pretty sure Zach did. A sweater I made, my first knit project. I was pregnant with you. Trying to think if there's anything. I don't think I really made much for my kids. Well, I guess I made toys. I made amigurumi. Back before everybody called them amigurumi.
You made my scarf.
I did make you a scarf.
I probably can't even wear it.
Oh, it's acrylic.
Yeah, so does that. I still have it though, and I'm keeping it. It's one of the only things I still have from my childhood.
Yeah, probably because you didn't have it for a while.
Yep.
I gotta stop knitting because it's distracting my brain. I don't know what to talk about now. Most of you probably missed about our dance party. We had a dance party in the parking lot. Just going to head to bed. That's as much as I can read.
I was up most of the night with severe thunderstorms. They terrify my dog.
Aw, I'm sorry. And I hope you sleep well. Thanks for joining us.
Good night.
Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go to bed.
I was also up basically all night.
You were. And I was up until way late. But not because of thunder. Because I was talking to you.
Making me cry about my emotions. Which gave me a headache, which kept me awake. All day. Good night.
I hope you get a lot of sleep and you have plenty of energy for the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Angela was on here. I think she's probably still here. And she's the one who won my giveaway last week. I've been so busy today that I haven't even done anything with it.
Busy.
But I promise to get that out this week. I'm excited to send it to you. And then I'm guessing my next giveaway will probably be when we do something to celebrate my 3-year mark in April. Can't believe I've been doing YouTube for 3 years. Sometimes it's hard, guys.
It's only been 3 years.
When it's hard sometimes when other people come on and they've like, I've had my channel for 6 months and they've got 2,000 subscribers. And I'm like, guys, I've had my channel for 3 years and I've not quite got there yet.
That's an interesting belief.
It's all good. I think it's partly personality. The people that I'm thinking of that grow their channels super fast are just very dynamic people. And I'm not as dynamic. I'm more conversationalist. I'm sweeter, softer. That kind of thing.
I don't know what I would be. I'm still here. Don't worry about it. I'll get it when I get it.
Yeah, I'll just let you know when it's coming. When I finally get around to it. Which will be this week, but may not be until Friday. It's a busy week.
For you, not for me. If I could drive, I would just send it for you.
You have to weigh it and pay for it and all the things. Once it's packaged, and I've taken it through the pirate ship stuff, it's just a matter of dropping it at the post office. That's not a problem. It's the taking the time to actually put it in the package and all the things. You can draw her a cute little card. I just don't even know. How do you guys know what to talk about when you're doing lives? Because someone like Lori's here. Like when you're doing lives, how do you know what to talk about? This is new to me. Still trying to figure out what to talk about. And tell you this, see these? Megan said that my pie looked like a gnome, so I turned it into a gnome. I gave it a nose and some braids.
I actually didn't see the finished result until the live.
And then I made another gnome because I was working on a tutorial. And got through it all and realized that I need to do 2 separate tutorials and figure something out, or my brain won't let it happen. And so I've got to check and see if I can use any of it and then re-record the top part. So it might be a little bit, but hopefully I can get the tutorial out this week. But we'll see. Might be 2 weeks. But that was fun to make and work out. So I'm going to make a cupcake version and the pie version so you guys can make your own coasters if you want to.
Hello, Chef.
What'd she say? She's just waving. Check it out, Lori. I watched your video that you shared with me, and I learned how to make lists. And now Nightbot, if you type at Nightbot, there's a sassy list. And I moved my 8-ball into a list so that I could put more stuff in there and make a little bit longer sentences, things like that. And as far as why maternity clothes are so expensive, it's a niche thing. Like, it's because they know that most people, if they choose to wear them, because not everybody chooses to wear them. I always did because I found it more comfortable than trying to squeeze into other clothes. So, yeah. Yeah, there's a little sassy. I got Nightbot to kind of. So Izzy found out that she's pregnant, and she really kind of was hoping not to be because she already has all the kids she's taken care of. Yeah. So my question is, like, seriously, how do you guys come up with stuff to talk about? Because I'm sitting here going, I feel like I have to be talking about something and I don't know what to talk about. And it's kind of a little bit.
I feel like half asleep now.
You are half asleep now. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
No.
Wake up. Wake up.
Dinner. Crock pot.
Ooh, what's for
What'd you
dinner?
make?
I do not have a dinner list yet, but what are you making? I keep wanting to say that. I should make a list for that. And I need to figure out some things to put in a dinner list so we can see what's for dinner. For Izzy. Izzy's been having some health issues.
Oh.
Izzy's one of the anti-corn people.
I remember.
Mostly because her body says no corn. Like mine says, no corn.
I keep bumping the door.
Mm-hmm. See, Nightbot said yarn.
I feel like Katie is screaming that word. I don't know why. Yarn.
Hey, Lori, what you working on right now? Working on anything, or you just kind of chilling, waiting for your food to cook?
Taste test would be fun, but that's...
Yeah, I don't want to taste anything. I will... No. So I have talked a little bit about some of my projects sometimes. Oh, I'll ask you guys, some of you guys that came in. So I finished these. Oh, do you like the knit? Oops, where is it? The knit version or the crochet version better? And then would you suggest, let me show you, the crochet one, if I put, his head is so wobbly.
Wobbly, wobbly.
And the knit one,
timey-wimey.
Stop here. The knit
There's
one.
somebody in this chat who gets that quote.
It's super wobbly. So I'm thinking of sewing them. But do you like the knit one better or the crochet one better? This one's the crochet. And this one's the knit.
Chef,
and should I sew down their heads?
Chef says I'm weaving ends and I have a finished sweater I haven't shown yet.
Exciting. Not so much for weaving in ends, unless you are one of the strange people that likes weaving in ends. But exciting, you have a finished sweater that you haven't shown.
I mean, so far I haven't minded weaving in ends.
Okay, good luck at the doctor tomorrow. And sleep well.
Night.
Yeah, I like the color pulling on the knit too. I mean, I think the crochet is kind of fun and cute. It's kind of looks like spots all over. But I do like the color pooling, the way that the stripes came up and stuff. I think ShiAnne's biggest thing is it reminds her of Beetlejuice.
Both do. It's just the colors.
Oh, the colors too. But this one looks more stripes and he's stripes.
And he does do stripes.
Do you think I should sew the heads on tighter so that they don't bobble as much?
Wobbly wobbly, timey-wimey stuff.
I haven't weighed it yet. But I have this.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Do I have more than that?
Oh, yeah.
I just have this much. I think it's enough. I
There's
might be able to
yarn
make
on
one
this
more
place.
hat. I'm not sure. I have to weigh them to find out. Why is that song in my head?
What song?
Another One Bites the Dust.
Probably one of the boys.
Really?
Hiram occasionally sings it.
Hmm.
Oh, I have an idea what about making curlicues on the crochet one to add to the count.
Oh, that can be really cute.
That might stabilize it a bit.
That could be cute. But could I do something similar on the knit one? One hat. Two hats. So, I mean, I could technically do the same thing on that because even though it's knit, I could crochet. Make curly bits for both of them. Kind of making the little neck things. Because this is kind of weird that there's just like, here's a head with that hanging out there. But I mean, they're cute, but they would have made good loveys instead of hats. I think I would have preferred it to be more of a lovey concept than a hat. But they're cute, and I did it what the pattern said because I was trying it out. My socks just look like granny underwear now. They got longer. They still look like underwear, so.
Not sure about knitting, but yeah, it would work. Are these donations?
Yeah, so the person that got me the yarn, she got it for me to make for donations. The challenge is that the place where I give the tithing hats to doesn't have kids. But we have a food bank here in Pleasant Grove. So I'm going to take them over to the food bank and give them to the food bank.
One reason I don't do pom-poms. They always do that. Wow.
Yeah. That's a challenge with pom-poms. But and pom-poms do it, but these, because it's like a little stuffed animal, they like do it worse than just even a pom-pom. And they're heavier. So like, I'm just thinking, here's this little toddler going, what is on my head? Get it off of my head. And
most
then
toddlers take off the hats quickly anyway.
It depends. It also depends on if you put them in mittens. Then they can't.
That's so funny. Ada would have figured out a way.
Ada would have totally figured out a way.
All you have to do is go like this.
Don't give anybody any ideas.
I don't think there are any toddlers in the chat.
Oh, you never know. Never know who's watching.
Maybe it's just Chef.
Lori, if you don't want to wear your hat, you just go like this. They're not. I don't think they weren't on Yarn Inspirations, were they? They were on. It says on the. Hold on, let me find the yarn ball thingy. Where the pattern is located. Does it not say where it's at online? It's onlinebrand.com. And I didn't see it, but I don't know. I could go. What is it? Bod made a granny square blanket with all the heads. So that's what I was thinking, is doing that. Did she show it somewhere? You followed her. That Bod is the one that you followed to make these. This was one of Cheyenne's first projects, and she watched Crystal, and Bod stands for
I think it
Bag
might
O' Day.
be the only project I've ever actually finished is the gloves.
You finished 2 sets, so didn't you? Or did you only finish? Yeah.
I finished 2. I have a pair downstairs, but they're too big.
That's exciting, though. Because I didn't see one, but if she showed that somewhere, that's fun. The heads are kind of fun, but also kind of, I don't know.
I don't know how to do brand
I think if I hadn't have had somebody ask me to actually make them as hats, I think I would have taken the heads and like made amigurumi bodies for them. Oh, it was a crochet along a couple of years ago. I could look up One Hat Wonder and see if anybody else, what they did, or if other people complained about the bubblings. Oh, see? Chef Lori made the gloves too.
Huh?
Yeah. So she
Really?
found the tutorial and she's like, I found this tutorial and she's such a cute lady. And she shows her to me and I was like, oh, that's Crystal. I know who she is. Remember that conversation?
Can't imagine that I'd watch much in the way of yarn too if I'm not following along.
You're one of them people.
What if them people who plays your videos on silent to give you views?
What color and of yarn did you use to make your gloves? No.
They look so cute on you. They looked a little silly with my sleeves.
Did they? And Lori, how's the weather?
The nerdy crochet.
I was watching something. She has so many subscribers already on that. How long has she been doing that? I was watching part of it and then I had to go somewhere, so I didn't watch the whole show. But I did see she had a new channel.
No.
What?
You need to teach me how to do granny squares.
Okay.
That way I can make the sweater patterns that I found. Where they're a bunch of big granny squares sewn together. Because I want one so bad.
Okay, and then she did black with flex for her gloves. Those sound very cute.
I want to find like a soft yarn that's not like this kind of soft. Do you know what I mean? That I can use.
No, I don't know what you mean.
I don't know how to articulate my words.
I went outside. We danced in the parking lot today while waiting for my son because it was so nice.
Part of why I'm so tired.
And my son rode his motorcycle to work because when he gets off at 11, it's still supposed to be warm. So he was very excited.
I love how to us it being like 50 degrees around like there is warm.
Well, after having snow a couple of weeks ago or a week ago or however long ago.
It really is warm. It's the perfect weather.
It was nice weather. It's great weather. You don't have, I wore a sweater, but I probably could have been fine without it. It was nice. I like spring, except for when my allergies come out. But I like the weather. I like how warm it is. How long has Crystal had her nerdy crocheter? Is there another snowstorm coming in, or is it just rain?
I hope it's just rain.
I get to drive to Salt Lake again on Friday.
Oh, you get to hang out with your brother.
Yes.
Okay.
You never thought you'd be grateful for 45 degrees. Welcome to Utah. There's a picture I have that says, it has the Mr. Miyagi and it says, coat on, coat off. Welcome to Utah.
Not more than a couple months.
That's how long Crystal's had her new channel.
Oh.
She just got a gunny. Bunny. Aw. Cute. We used to have a bunny once upon a time. Before her. Before I had a ShiAnne, I had a bunny. a bunny named Barry.
That's a good name for a bunny.
Okay, so what's the name of the sweaters that are made with two big granny squares? Or is it the hexagons? Maybe it's a hexagon, which is kind of like a granny. Then I know there's a hexagon sweater. Because she wants to learn how to make granny squares now.
Let me see if I can find a picture of what I wanted to make.
And if you didn't already know, Wednesday, but Lori probably knows, Lori and I are doing our live. And we're going to talk about the animals and the April, can't believe it's almost April, but the April Magical Mal super excited. I'm just super excited to do a live with her. I really like the idea of having other people to do a live with instead of just talking to the chat. So the Hexie cardigan. Look up the Hexie cardigan.
I'm trying to find what I wanted to make, but I can't find where I saved it.
Your good grandma. She's putting her grandma's snack bag together for babysitting tomorrow. I always wanted to be a good grandma and make all the snacks and have the little toys. I do have a little toy box for when people come over and coloring books.
Like this?
Yeah. Do you like that?
Not as much as the other thing.
Well, maybe it's like look at different
But
colors.
I do like it. I like it with the rainbow. I didn't like the other ones I saw.
Oh, okay. You already have your theme for the months? Do you have themes for lives or themes for taste testing, themes for making stuff? Put food in his mouth instead of crayons. But crayons are so yummy.
I mean, there's this splitter made of granny squares.
Oh, that's cute. This is apparently what she wants. I don't know if I can get
one
it.
of them.
That's one of the things that she wants to make. So she wants to learn how to make granny squares.
I'm trying to find the one that I was thinking of. This is not granny squares. What? I want to make something like this with granny squares.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, this is what I meant.
Are you going to make something for... I'm not a huge fan of grannies either. I do like
grandmas. They're nice.
granny stitches. I saw on Facebook somebody had done micro crochet granny square blanket. So it had the little tiny squares, and they had... Somebody figured out how many thousands of squares they would have had to make in order to make it a full-size blanket. It was huge as far as the size goes, but it was made with micro crochet. And it was the first time ever I actually liked granny squares. I think it's because they were so tiny.
Big ones first. Big what?
Laura, you said, I think we decided 5:30, but if that's not a right time, just email me and we can double check it.
You can do a sweater with grannies. Wow, Crochet has some on her channel.
Cool.
Once I learn how to do granny squares, I can make so many things.
You can. And then we can learn micro crochet and you can make little tiny things.
Micro crochet, that's what?
You use like embroidery floss or really thin.
Oh, that's something I wanted to do anyway.
There you go. Wow Crochet Designs. And then you can learn how to do granny squares from them and not me, because I don't like granny squares that well. So I would really not be great at teaching you. I don't know what it is. I've never been a fan of the look of granny squares. Sweet. When you set it up, and then I'll share it on my channel too. So exciting. And then after that, we'll talk about when we're going to do our other one. And who am I going to do my May challenge with? Because that will be fun too. I think probably a reason Michelle might not is because she's got the baby at her house. Can you put this away? Thank you. I think it's about time, getting close to time to end. Put ShiAnne to bed. She stayed up until this morning.
I don't know that I'll actually go to bed soon though.
Yeah. One more magic 8-ball. Here we go, 8-ball. Whoops, not a space. Will ShiAnne go to bed? Let's see what she says. What does the 8-ball say? Waiting. The magic yarn ball says, ask again later. Is it later yet? Okay. 8-ball.
It keeps doing that. Ask again later when you ask questions about
go to bed.
Good night, Angela.
Good night. I hope you were able to get somewhere on your projects. We'll have to do one of our yarn parties again soon.
The magic yarn ball says no, but yarn.
Oh, so it's time for you to learn how to do a granny square instead of going to bed.
Do I have the yarn
Grandma
for
Wanda,
that?
maybe. Like, there's so many people that teach how to do granny squares.
Maybe.
And they'll teach you much better than I would.
Okay.
Because I'd be like, chain some.
Yep.
And do some double crochets. And then chain a couple and do some more double crochets. And then chain a couple and do some more double crochets until you've got like 4 little sections. And then chain a couple and stick them together. And there you go. That is your granny square. 1 row. You don't get to do more than that.
She looks so cute.
Did you go find Grandma Wanda?
Mm.
So yeah, check out, and she might have some crochet granny square tutorials. You can find somebody, and then that's good because then that shares some yarny love and YouTube view times and stuff with other people. So you can watch Wanda. Let's see. I would look at people from the Mystery Yarn Challenge for doing collab with for May. Ooh. Do you have specific things? I'm trying to think of who all was in that. Ooh, she would be adorable. I don't know if she would do it though. Ellen's Crochet. We'll have to look that one up too because I don't remember. Oh, doing Grandma Wanda for the collab? That could be fun. Yeah. I can't remember who all from the Mystery Yarn Challenge is still has channels. I know some people started them for the channel. Some people's channels took off because of it. So that would be fun. Yeah, I'll have to reach out to some of these people and say, hey, do you want to do my collab? Because I've got, I haven't got my May person yet. I have June, July. I mean, like I have plenty of months. We can fill in with all of the Mystery Yarn Challenge. See, you're definitely asking Lori if Charlene goes live because I don't have a clue who goes live. Unless somebody says, hey, so-and-so is on the live, go watch it. And then I'll go watch it.
Not me.
And so I started being on a couple of Camille's lives, and I've been on a couple of Lori's lives and other Lori's lives. And I tried to be on some lives a while back, but I just wasn't in the headspace for it at that point in time in my life. But I'm in a different headspace now. Okay, I am going to go now because we're going to go get people to bed. So that's my thing. Some of the people I know that do that kind of stuff, they are already so busy that I'm like, I was nervous about asking Lori if she would do it. Teacher Lori, because I know she's pretty busy too. And I wasn't sure, but like, it was one of those things I was like, oh, I should do lives with people. And I heard, ask Lori. I was like, okay. So I reached out and she's, not only did she do it, but she got on and helped me figure out some stuff with Restream, and so that was perfect. And Lori Armchair Chef is the one who reached out to me and helped me get started in the first place. Yay! Full Amateur Yarn Utopia by Nadia makes squares. There you go. She's got her phone over here. She's looking these people up.
I've looked up every person that you've said.
Yeah. She will find her. I wouldn't be surprised if you could find something even from Crystal. That's really fun. Okay. Now I for sure am going because I have my water. I was like, because I'm thirsty, but I have my water in my skein. Nadia's name's familiar to me. Is she the one? Sorry, is she the one that we've been talking about recently with the mosaic? That's Nastasia. But that might be her first name. I don't remember. Anyway, I really do have to go. I have people to put to bed and food to put in my belly. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for showing up. I hope you have a great week. Come back and find us on Wednesday, 5:30 Mountain Time on Lori's channel. And we're going to have fun because Lori is fun. And it is fun to do lives with other people, especially people who know how to do lives, and Lori does.